Hello student, welcome to online class. I am Shamdal from NPO Public School. In this video, I will tell you about chapter 2 of class 7 English. The name of the chapter is One Child, One Teacher, One Book and One Man. It is written by Malala Yousafzai. This is an extract which is taken from an autobiography of Malala Yousafzai, in which she described about his lifestyle, or you can say his life, and the life which he has left in the Pakistan. As you know, she is a Nobel Prize winner. Malala Yousafzai is a novelist. She won Nobel Prize. And with that, due to some reason, she has to leave his home country and shift to the another country in England. And while living in England, she is facing some problems. She is just missing his hometown. And here in this chapter, she has described about the thinking of, or you can say his lifestyle which he has spent in Pakistan and the lifestyle which she is now spending in England. She has made comparison between the life of both the country, and she also said how his life has changed in Pakistan from England and what is the difference between that. She has made comparison of his own life, his parents' life, his father, his mother, and so many things here in this chapter. Let's see in detail what are the changes she has told about. So now the explanation I will do from the book. And this book chapter is long, so I have divided the book in the two parts. It means the chapter I have divided into two parts. In the first part, this is my first video of this chapter, in which I will tell you about the life of Malala and her mother, that is given in page number 16 and 17. And in the second video, I will tell you about the lifestyle of his father and what the works his father has done and what the thinkings of how she got the Nobel Prize and other things. So in the first video, let's see in the beginning, from the beginning of the chapter, that is here in the book as it is given. This is an extract from Malala Yousafzai, Nobel Peace Prize winner, and it is an autobiography, and the name of the autobiography is I Am Malala. And this autobiography is co-written with Christina Lamb and Malala. It is written by two persons. First is Christina Lamb and Malala herself. Both of them has written the autobiography, and the name is I Am Malala. The name of the autobiography is I Am Malala. Here Malala tell about how she miss her home and the life in Pakistan, that is the earlier life when she was living in Pakistan. Now she is living in England. She also talked about how much life has changed for her and her family since they left their country. Now let's see in detail the chapter. The house feels big and empty. It sits behind an electric iron gate, and it something seems as if we are in what we in Pakistan call subject. a kind of luxury house arrested. At the back, there is a large garden with lot of trees and the green lawn for me and my brother to play cricket on. But there are no rooftop to play on, no children fighting with the kite in the street, no neighbor coming in to borrow a plate of rice or for us to ask for a 3 tomatoes. We are just a wall distance from the next house, but it feels a miles away. Here, in this paragraph, Malala, in the beginning, the Malala is telling about his house in which she is now living. At present, the house in which she is living, she tell about that, and she is telling that the house feels big and empty. It means her house is very big, but he feel it is empty. It means the house is big, but there is only few persons, so it feel her that the house is very empty, nothing is there. It sit behind the electric iron gate. It sometimes seem if as in what we call in Pakistan called subject. She is telling that there is an iron gate behind the house, and she felt that she feels that the house is like a jail, which when she is living in the Pakistan, there is a jail, and her house is like a jail here also. A luxury house arrested. It means the house is luxury means there is lot of facilities. There is lot of model facilities are there, so it is called as luxury house. Now, in this line, she is describing about the house in Pakistan. In the back, there in Pakistan, their house, there is a large garden with a lot of tree and a green lawn is there, and where he and his brother used to play cricket in Pakistan. But here in England there is no rooftop to play. That means they are living in a flat, and there is no rooftop where they go and play. In England there are no children who are fighting with the kites in the street. There is no neighbor who come to borrow a plate of rice, which they have in Pakistan. Even there are no one to ask for 3 tomatoes. It means in Pakistan lifestyle is different as we are in India. Same style is in Pakistan. When we have something, we can ask in our neighbors and get, and we also give them, we help them with play. When the children used to play with the neighbors on the street, running, jumping. But in the foreign country, these things were not happen. And here now Malala is in foreign country. She is missing these things which she has spent in Pakistan. We are just a wall distance from the next house, but feel a miles away. Here she is saying about his neighbors, that his neighbor is just a wall to the next. It means the difference between their house and his neighbor is just a wall. Only a wall is in between them, but they feel that they are miles away. It means when they never meet, they have never seen each other, they never talk each other, and this thinking, this feeling make him a miles away. She feel that they are miles away from their neighbors, but in Pakistan these feelings are not comes in their mind. Let's see the next lines. If I look out, I see my mother wandering around the garden, her head covered by a shawl, feeding the birds. She looks as if she is singing. Maybe that tapa she like. Don't kill over in the garden. You kill one and the other one won't come. She is giving the bird to the remains of our dinner from the night before, and there is a tear in her eye. We eat much the same here as we did back home. Here she is telling about her mother, that when I see in Pakistan, when she see her mother, in the same way in here also, when he saw her mother, she is in garden and there is her head. Her mother's head is covered with a shawl and she is feeding to the birds. While feeding, her mother is singing a song that is called tapa. Tapa, it is a traditional song which the ladies try to sing. And the theme of the song is don't kill doves in garden. If you kill one, the other will not come. This is the tone of the song she is singing, that if you kill one, the another will not come. In this way she is singing the song. She gives the birds the remains of our dinner from the night before. Here she is telling that her mother is giving, or you can say that she is feeding the remains of dinner, and there is a tear in her eyes, her mother's eyes, there is a tear. He is telling about his dinner, that they eat the same things which they are eating in the Pakistan. The rice and the meat for the lunch and dinner, while the breakfast a fried egg, chapati, and sometimes also honey. These were their foods. That for the lunch they used to take rice and meat, and same for the dinner also. For the breakfast they use fried eggs with chapatis, and sometimes they use honey. Her brother traditionally start to use honey. By my little brother Atal. Atal is her little brother. His name is Atal. Though his favorite breadcrumbs discover a Nutella sandwich. His brother liked to eat sandwich. But there are always leftover. He is telling that we are eating the same, but here always the leftover. My mother is sad about the waste of food. I know she is remembering all the children we feed in our house, so they would not go to school on empty stomach, and wondering how they are faring now. Here Malala is telling about her mother's feeling, that when she is in Pakistan, her mother used to give the food to the children, to the poor children, and in this way no food were waste. But here the waste of food make her sad. If she would be in Pakistan, she is given to the children and they are not going to school with empty stomach. She is thinking about the children, how they were spending their life now. With these thoughts she become very sad. These all are for her mother. When I come home from the school in Mingora, I never found my house without people in it. Now I can't believe that. I used 2 piles for a day of peace and some privacy to do my homework. Here The only sound is of board and Crystal's Xbox. I sit alone in my room doing the jigsaw puzzle and long for the guest. In this paragraph, she describes about her own life, that when in Pakistan, when he come back from the school, that is in Mingora, she never found his home empty. It means there are a lot of people in his home, and he tried to live alone, and he thought that if I got a piece of time a day to do the homework, but there are a lot of people and they always disturb her. But here in Pakistan, she has lot of time. He just hear only the sound of bird and his brother's e-box, that is Xbox. It is a kind of video game. It means there is no one to disturb him. He is just sitting alone in the room and playing with the puzzle, and she is longing for guests. It means she is waiting for guests. It means somebody come to his house. This was the explanation. I hope you have understood. In the next video, I will do the half of the explanation of this chapter. I hope you have understood. Till then, goodbye.